Good morning, Bernard.
Good morning, Dr. Priscilla.
All right, today we're going to read about an article relevant to France. We'll start out by doing the synonym match on the far right side, and you should have the pen. When you're ready, you could start. Well, I think I need to, just a moment, give you the proper pencil. Okay, there. I think you should be able to do it. Do it now. Started.
Started means began.
Very good.
Educate, to teach.
Very good.
Improve, I don't know. Aims, goals. Plan.
So let's just say when we think about our car, maybe we do this to our car when we get another one. When we go from 1 year to the next, we improve our transportation.
Upgrade.
Upgrade.
Plan, strategy.
Very good.
Reducing, decreasing.
That's correct.
Men, most important. Harass, identified, recognized. Charges, allegation. And harass, bother.
Very good. All right. So it seems that you didn't have any difficulty with those other than with upgrade, and that's I don't know that I would necessarily think of that as the best choice for improve, but it does mean to improve. All right. Can you read the article that is listed?
France to try and end violence against women. French President Emmanuel Macron has started a new project to try and bring an end to violence against women. The project aims to educate the public and school children about sexism and violence against women. It will also improve police support for victims of domestic violence. President Macron spoke about the project on Saturday, which was the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. The new project has many aims. One aim is to One aim is to teach school children about pornography. A second goal is to make it easier for rape and assault victims to go to the police. Another plan is to introduce stronger laws against harassing people in the streets. President Macron has made reducing violence against women one of his main projects. During his speech, he observed a minute's silence for the 123 women killed by a husband or ex-husband in 2016. One woman is killed in France every 3 days. Mr. Macron said, France should no longer be one of those countries where women live in fear. Fewer than 1 woman in 5 goes to the police to report violence against them. Macron said, criminals who harass, insult, touch, or attack women must be identified and brought to justice. Macron's speech comes at a time when a growing number of powerful men in Hollywood, business, politics, and the media faces charges of sexual assault.
Very good. Very nice reading. Now that you've read the article, what I wanted you to get from the article is a deeper understanding, which I'm sure you have, and try to use at least 4 of the vocabulary words to the right in explaining what you read and what you understood. Something like this. The president of France, President Emmanuel Macron, is trying to improve the condition of women's lives. His aim is to make it possible for women to report to police assaults that have been made upon them, reducing opportunities for men to do things and get away for this inappropriate behavior. He also, as president, declared that it is a good idea to educate young children about pornography, and putting a plan such as this into action may benefit the entire society. Notice that I used several of the vocabulary words as I talked about key points. I'd like for you to try and do the same, and then we'll talk about women and violence.
Okay. I start with the remember of President Macron's speech. In the speech of President Macron, the aim of the speech is to plan new action against violence related to women.
Mm-hmm.
For example, for reducing the violence against women, President Macron identified different reasons. One of them is the education. He wants to educate the young children,
Mm-hmm.
particularly against pornography. And another aim is to harass.
Aim.
Another aim is to harass the guilty men who cause problems to the women.
Mm-hmm.
And for the police, he wants that the women who are supposed assaulted by men, he wants that these women could go to the police station.
He want the policemen to. He want the women to go to the police station. He wants
to charge the guilty men easily.
Mm-hmm.
Because today, sometimes some women say there are not enough women in the police station to listen them.
Listen to them. Listen to them. Mm-hmm.
Listen to them.
Okay.
The women say that it's difficult for them to explain the assault they subis at a man. It's easier for them to discuss with a woman.
Okay, good. All right, so here's a question for you. I do believe when relationships starts out, women become so deeply in love with the men that they get involved with. And I believe that the men deeply love the women. What happens? What happens that in many cases the man falls out of love with the woman? What happens, do you think? What is the cause?
It seems to me that you discuss about the past, and you said that in the past the relation between women and men are different.
That they're so much in love with each other. Then after several years, they...
Okay, I understand. Okay, at the beginning, women and men love together, and after many years, they hate together, and sometimes there's violence from a man against his wife.
Yes, So what are some of the reasons? What happens?
Because life sometimes is difficult. They have economic problems. They have children. Sometimes they suffer from unemployment. And after that, the love they have for each other disappears and only keep the grief between them.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose that most of the violence arrived in low society when people have really economic problems, have difficulties to live. It's not always the same. It's not
Mm-hmm.
always right, but most of the time, I suppose is the area where the violence arrive is in difficulty neighboring.
So if this is worthy of consideration, if your response is worthy of consideration, what happens in families where both spouses are educated, they are financially supportive, they can support themselves, they really do not need each other financially, they can hire someone to take care of the children, but yet they too end up fighting and being mistreated? I'll give you my opinion. I don't necessarily believe that education plays that big of a role in the relationship. I think that people who live in close proximity to each other for an extended period of time start to have a difference of an opinion of something so readily available. When a male is pursuing a female, he enjoys the chase. The woman enjoys being chased. But once the chase is over, it becomes like an animal. What do? You kill it. I've caught what I wanted. Now it is for me to destroy. So people who work and live in distant places, if a husband is a long distance truck driver and he spends a lot of time away from home, I think his marriage has a greater chance of surviving than a man who goes to work every day and comes home every day. I'm not saying that this man who drives the truck is cheating. It's just that the distance, the time apart, makes him think of his wife in a different way, in a nicer way, maybe. What do you think?
Oh, sorry to say that, but in fact, I was lost. I
All
completely
right. So I'll,
I
re- I'll,
lost.
re- I'll just give you a small tidbit. People who are in love with each other and they don't see each other daily tend to stay together longer than
Ah,
those that see each other every day.
okay, I understood.
Do you think that's true or that has some bearing on
Oh, no,
relationship?
it's not true. In, I, I'm not sure because if I look at my life, I stay all the time with my life, and we don't have problem.
Mm-hmm.
But but perhaps you're right. I, I suppose that if the man walks away and a long time is separated from his wife, surely when they met together, they're happy and but there's another problem. If a man is away from his wife for a long time, surely he couldn't support the separation and he will chase other women. And sometimes they will have problems in their couple.
Mm-hmm.
No?
But let's just say that the husband that is the truck driver, for example, he is a long distance truck driver and he can't come home every night.
A long distance for
Long distance truck driver.
truck driver. What is it?
It's a person that drives the vehicle to deliver
Ah, okay, okay,
goods.
okay, okay. Yes,
So he may have to drive to California from North Carolina, and
yes.
he will not be able to come home every night.
Okay.
But he's not being unfaithful. He doesn't seek out other women. He doesn't have an affair. But when he comes home, he's so happy to see his wife and his children that all he can think about is getting back home to his wife and children because he misses them so much. Okay?
Okay, I understand. I
But
understand.
but
Yes.
a, but a
Yeah.
man who goes to work locally and comes home every day and sees his wife every day, he gets tired. Oh, let me ask you about this. Do you know what a man cave is?
Do you know what a man can?
Cave. Man cave.
No. What is it?
In the US and maybe other places too, men have a section of the home that is off limits to the wife. It's called his man cave. He usually will have a big TV in there, a big comfortable chair, and
Oh,
this is his room to go to when he wants to be alone or when he wants to have his friends come over and drink beer and watch TV with him.
I didn't know.
So a man cave is just like a cave for a bear. It has a specific purpose. The cave for the bear is for the bear to go in to be alone and hibernate for the year or for the winter. A man cave is a place that he goes when he comes home. He doesn't have to hear the noise from his children. He doesn't have to hear the noise from his wife about, could you do this? Could you do that? He just goes off. And when he has his man cave, he has a better chance of having a thriving relationship because they spend time away from each other.
But it's very selfish for the man.
Yes, it's selfish for the man, but I think we will, as a woman, as a female, will put up with it so we can keep the man and keep him happy so that he will not stray and look for other women.
And is it usual in the US, this kind of caveman?
Not cave man, but man cave.
Man cave, yes. Is it usual?
Yes, it's pretty standard.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have a room. They'll have a room in their house, or they'll have a garage or something. It's a place where they go. And the women, I mean, when I say the woman is not allowed, it doesn't mean that she can't go in it because she can. My friend has a man cave. He's single. It's downstairs. It's his basement. It's where he goes. He watches TV down there. It's usually too cold down there for me, but he likes to go down there and watch TV. If I'm
Mhm.
at his home, I will go upstairs and I watch TV upstairs. But we're visiting with each other.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. But it
and
reminds me something that happened yesterday evening with my
mm-hmm,
wife.
mm-hmm,
Yesterday evening with my wife, we have two rooms in which we have a TV,
yes,
a living room and a room for friends. And
okay,
yesterday, we don't have the same idea about the program.
mm-hmm,
Told me, "Oh, I'm going to the bedroom
mm-hmm,
to see my program, and you stay in the living room
okay,
uh, looking your program."
okay.
I wasn't agree with that. I said no, we never do that. I don't want that at all. Choose your program, and I'll look. I will look your program, and
Oh, That's so
And
sweet.
that's what that's what we do together. And at the end, I was very satisfied because her program was good.
Hmm.
But for me, it could be dangerous if we began to change and have separation
Hmm.
often.
Well, here in America, we do that a lot. Even if it's not a man cave, if I want to watch something different, I just go to another room, or
Mhm.
the other person will go to the other room. Okay. All right. Well, that is our discussion for today.
Yes,
I
it
will,
was interesting.
I will stop the.
Okay, and fortunately, because of the recording, I
Mhm.
could listen different times and understand everything you said.
Yes.